Hi, this is pattern auth0 tutorial. In this video, we will talk about how to get token based on resource owner password flow. So when resource owner password flow should be used, it will be used when redirect-based flow is not possible and the client, which is the application, is absolutely trusted with the user credentials. For example, in your application, you have to directly pass the user's email and password to get the token from auth0. So this is the diagram of the flow. If the user click login link and go to your application will send the user's credential to auth0 tenant to get the access token. After the application got the token, it will send a request to your API with the token to get the resources. Let's go to the application we created before. If we click login, I have registered myself with my email address and my password. So I will use this credential to get access token from auth0 via resource owner password flow. Let's first look at the documentation. If we go to the endpoint, so you can see a warning here in the documentation. The flow should be only used from high trusted application because this one is not very recommended. We can see the URL is the same with the client credential flow, but the parameters is different. You can see it still asks for grant type and client ID, but in addition, it asks for username and password. So let's have a try with this endpoint. First, let's get the URL. Let's go to the dashboard. And we will use this application. We copy the URL here to Postman. And we copy the content type. Parameters. We will use the single page application's client ID and credentials. You can see after we send the request, we got an unauthorized client response because the password is not allowed for the client. So we need to configure it in auth0. Go to the advanced settings and grant type. We need to check password and save changes. Now let's send the request again. So we have to configure the default connection in auth0 dashboard. Because we are using the connection of this. Let's copy it. This is the default database auth0 provided. We need to configure in the tenant settings. And if you scroll down, let's save it. Let's try it again. So we got the access token and ID token. If we decode the access token, we can see there's an arrow saying invalid signature. This is because we didn't send audience in our request. So let's add the audience. The audience is the custom API. We copy it from here. So let's try it again. See, we get the payload, and now the signature is verified. After you get the access token, you can use it in your application, which is protected by auth0. So how to use the access token? It will be similar one I demonstrated in last video. We use the access token in the authorization bear token and send the request to your API. What I demonstrate in the Postman request is this step. So that's for the video. In the next video, we will demonstrate another flow, which is authorization code flow. Thank you for watching.